Hello users, and welcome to another episodic installation of Above It All. This is the series in which I talk about how great I am. I'm the greatest person of all time, and I'm certainly better than Joe Biden. I hate that fucker. So, with my biases out of the way, let's watch this video of Joe Biden yelling at a voter.
Full of shit. Okay, now go to shush.
Let me restart this.
And you are actively trying to diminish your Second Amendment right and take away our gun.
You're full of shit. Okay, now go to shush. Shush. I support the Second Amendment.
Shush.
Second Amendment, just like right now, if you yell fire, that's not free speech. But from the very beginning, I have a shotgun, I have a 20 gauge, 12 gauge, my son's hunt. Guess what? You're not allowed to own any weapon.
I even named my son Hunter.
At all. You need 100 rounds.
So when you were a veto and you said you're going to take our guns,
I did not say that. That's not true. I did not say that.
It's a viral video.
It's a viral video like the other ones they're putting out that are simply a lie.
Your voice, you said that you're taking the guns.
Oh,
he just clarified it.
Wait. Take AR-14s and what?
Okay, this is not okay.
Hold on. Hey, let's get
Don't tell me
moving.
anything. I want to go outside.
There's a lot of guys wanting.
I'm not working.
So much.
Give me a break,
so
man.
much.
Don't be such a
You're
worry
pushing up
bag.
on me.
Hey, there's a lot of
Hey.
Joe.
Look, here's the
Go
deal.
ahead, go.
Here's the deal. Are you able to own a machine gun?
I own a machine
I
gun.
said, are you able to own one? Under law.
Machine guns are illegal.
That's right. So AR-15's illegal.
How was that in a machine gun?
No, it's not.
Semi-automatic.
Yeah, do you need 100 rounds? Do you need 100 rounds?
In America with handguns and there are what you call assault rifles. Why are you advocating for assault rifles when people are dying for handguns?
Okay, so I've got a second video here. And I'm just going to play this right away.
Have temperament with voters that you don't agree with, sir?
Vice President, on the coronavirus, they're both targeting you over this exchange this morning with the voter about guns. Any regrets about how you handled it?
Well, I'm surprised that Sanders is joining Trump. It just surprised me.
Was it appropriate to swear at an American?
Okay, so I've got a lot to say here. I can understand, right? I can understand on one hand why you'd want to ban like a lot of guns, if not all guns. My issue with that mainly comes about 3D printing is an inevitable future, and there's also so many goddamn guns in the country. Now, do I think a national gun ban, if it was done properly, and there's a lot of, there's a lot of work that the word properly is doing in this instance, but if it were done properly and you were able to take and destroy all the guns in the entire country, it would probably be for the better, right? But the problem is, I don't trust Joe Biden to do things like that, and that's just my opinion. I consider myself to be a moderate on guns. I definitely think we need things like common sense background checks. I do think we should ban things like assault weapons, but it's also one of those things where, again, properly is doing a lot of work here. But one of the key things here is him just yelling at the guy and not really being able to actually get into a debate. That's the thing. Him saying AR-14's pretty funny. Just him losing his temper super easily is the thing here. And then of course, when asked about this later, it's as Megan Day says, he's just comparing Bernie to Trump randomly, just for no reason.
Temperament with voters that you don't agree with, sir?
Vice President, on the coronavirus, they're both targeting you over this exchange this morning with the voter about guns. Any regrets about how you handled it?
Well, I'm surprised that Sanders is joining Trump. It just surprised me.
What is that? What does that mean? Right? Okay, so how do you feel about you losing your temper on a voter? Do you think it's okay to swear at a voter? I'm surprised Sanders is joining Trump. What does that... this is one of those things where this part should be going viral as well. Now, again, I'm very mixed on this clip. I do think him losing is cool. In a way, it's if he were a better debater and he weren't literally in cognitive decline, I know that's kind of like a meme phrase now, but if he were able to actually put forth a good argument, then I don't necessarily mind him yelling at a voter like this. But it's the combination of him yelling and then also losing his temper and then not being able to put forth a good argument and then just like kind of waltzing off and then later on just completely blaming the whole situation on Bernie Sanders, which is just it's I don't know. That's weird. It's super weird. But yeah, like I said, I consider myself to be relatively moderate on guns. I don't think we need guns. I don't think as a society we need them. I think they're useless. But at the same time, I'm worried about how things would be done to get rid of guns. I think it's one of those things where you need to do a lot of work to do things like taking guns away. Again, in my utopian world, I don't think we would have guns. In my utopian world, we'd have non-lethal equivalents. But at the same time, again, our culture just has so many fucking guns out there, and it's one of those things. The people that ask those questions, like, "Are you going to take my guns away?" Chances are, the reactionary right-wingers, highly likely, like very highly likely. But also, you need to be able to deal with that in a way that's not just yelling at them. This is one of those things where I don't have a clear-cut answer for you. I'm just giving you my take, and you can feel free to disagree with me. I'm open to arguments. Again, I can go either way on this one. Guns are scary. I've been around guns before. They're horrifying, honestly. I don't like them in any capacity. And again, I would like them to be banned. I'm just very skeptical of that process and how it would work. And I also think electorally, if you have someone like Bernie, who, in my opinion, is more of a moderate on guns, and he thinks like, oh, we need to have common sense background checks and the gun show loophole and ban all assault weapons. And he's able to articulate that really well. If you have that go against Donald Trump, that's actually good because it allows you to basically be clear if confronted with a voter like this, and it allows you to peel off, because there are a lot of right-wing reactionaries that do have guns as their biggest priority. But if you convince them you're not going to take your guns away, and then, I'll give you health care and all this shit, there are people that would flip. I've seen those videos. Whereas if you, again, I do like the enthusiasm for banning all guns. It's just, if you can't properly lay out a procedure for it, it just seems a little awkward. And again, if you can't defend yourself in a debate with a voter, and you just start having a temper tantrum and walk away, and then later on blame it on Bernie Sanders just haphazardly, I think there's definitely something to note here. But yeah, that's my take. If you disagree, let me know. And let's have a civil debate, everybody. Let's have a civil debate. All right. I'll see ya.